Hey, hey, hey. How are we? So I think I know what the problem is with the tier thing. The name was changed to material. So hopefully we can get that working. Well, we'll soon see. As I say, I still think I need to assign it a custom tier. To at least get the model working. Yeah, it looks like it is material. Thanks for the follow. So do we think it's armor tier registry or armor material registry? Let's see if that works. I think it's going to be armor tier, which makes it a bit more confusing. Larger in terms of what capacity? The ticks are kind of based on progression though. Maybe with some of the higher tier ones we can. But the basic advanced elite and all that, that should be kind of balanced for where it is in the pack. Some machines might need two. Yeah, so we could look at ultimate. Well, it is an armor material. Unknown event. It doesn't look like there's an armor thing in item events. So that must have changed as well. Yeah, there is still some headroom on um, certain hatches. So I don't think we're using the top of modular machinery yet. So we could still do hellish ones and space ones, lunar ones. Pretty sure there was two left. Thing is, I don't know how to use the armor material builder. Is it a startup event? Maybe? See, armor material registry makes sense, but it clearly doesn't exist. Let's see if the tool one works. Yeah, I'm sure there is headroom there. I say for certain things I don't think we need them, so we won't do item inputs and outputs. But fluids, chemicals and energy we could probably do. Nice. So it doesn't exist there. Hey, hey, hey. Do the ones above it not have recipes? They should have. See, it does look like it's meant to be armor tier registry. I mean, they definitely did have recipes, but I don't know if something broke when I changed them. Yeah, there's nothing that says anything else. It all just says armor tier registry. There's nothing recent either, so if it has changed, no one's using it. Yeah, it's annoying. There's just the documentation's just so annoying. I say the only reason you'd find out now that it had changed to material is if you look through the source code. Like, I can see the class. It's called Armor Material Builder, but it still doesn't work. It's definitely not an item event anymore. The item event only contains right click, pick up, drop, entity interacted, crafted, smelted, eaten, tooltips, dynamic tooltips, model properties, first right click, first left click, item destroyed, tool tier registration and modification, and target, whatever that is. So you'd think it would be startup, but it's not even in startup. Startup only has registry and creative tab. See, I don't think it'll be any of these startup. It might be startup events, but it's just not there. It's definitely not item events. Yeah, exactly. It's not ideal. The issue is this part, the armor tier registry. So there is a registry for armor materials, but that's Neoforge. Unless it is startup events registry armor material. Maybe that. I really hope it is that. No. Oh wait, I didn't change from item events. Thing is, once we get it actually registered, I can see all the values that we can change. No, I don't really want to do that because I want the armor. I don't want it to actually be armor. So in terms of protection and stuff, it would be nothing. I mean, another option would be to add a custom tier inside of a mod, but I really don't want to do that. Wait, did that work? It did not. I feel like we're getting closer. I mean, it didn't crash with the builder, so I can only presume that the builder's actually right now. You can change the protection, I think, but at that point, might as well just get this working. Maybe it's not material. So what is material then? It might have been armor trim. Yeah, I don't think material is actually armor material. So we'll try armor. And then we'll try armor tier, armor material. And then if that doesn't work, we just cry. Apparently armor's a thing as well. It's gotta be this then. If that loads, then we know it's not even looking at the actual part after the registry. Yeah, so that's not even reading it properly. This will crash now. 100%. Hmm. But I guess we can do the world gen while we wait for a fix. I wondered if we just want Void with Asteroid spawning that's similar to Astro. So we probably want to do this in a custom dimension. Should probably use World Edit. There is a way to make a sphere, isn't there? Looks like the Death Star. Just need a decent size because this will be the starting one. And then we just want to smooth it out, maybe. Make a region. I don't know how to use smooth. There we go. That's looking good. It's not exactly smoothing how I would want. Thank you for the follow. This looks truly horrible. Yeah, it's pretty ugly, isn't it? It is pretty bad. I don't really know what the best way is to make one. Apparently there's a cluster command, but this might be old. be on my ass. God, this does look bad though. Thing is, we can kind of leave the inside hollow because we want to build inside there. I mean, the smoothing's not great. Oh, these look so bad. We are truly making something awful here. That looks so bad. Not really Astroopolis. Have you not played Tarkopsis 3? Is it? Is that any better? It's really annoying. I don't change any settings. Yeah, every stream it seems different. Is that any better now? Is that any better now? I like both. Mod pack dev is a bit more relaxed. Yeah, maybe that's the problem with the audio balancing. I don't play Minecraft. We're making a asteroid base, obviously. Yeah, having the ability to make your own mods is huge. Like CubeJS is good, but it only goes so far. Yeah, I did. I don't know if anyone's played Plate Up, but I made a Plate Up kind of mod. Never released it, just a project. It can be time consuming, yeah, but that's why having a core mod helps so much. So yesterday we added all of these asteroid blocks in the space of about 5 minutes because of the way it is set up. Yeah, Maker Mods is good. I really enjoy both sides of it, to be fair. Pack and mod dev. And once you've got a mod that you like, it does make it a lot better. I really like the colours mod. And casting. I think casting is really good. This might look better as planks, actually. Yeah, it's quite surreal. So after we finished yesterday, we raided someone playing Techopolis 3. And when you looked around their like skyblock area, there's just so many mods in there that I've made. It's unbelievable, really. Like all the colours, the casting. There was a strainer in the background, I think. It's pretty cool. Yeah, you don't just. It's annoying because sometimes you don't ever see them, apart from inside your own packs. Oh yeah, casting needs a lot of big changes, but I'm not doing any changes to it now, purely because I'm waiting for the next major update. Set the gravity back to normal. What do you do for FTB? Ah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I kind of did something stupid. I quit my job and tried to focus on all this full time. The magic behind the packs, yeah. I don't suppose you've worked on armor tiers, have you? Just doing this to chill out. I'm thinking about ideas. The question is, do we want to have a base to start off with? Or is it literally starting from nothing? I think that's the question. I have no idea. So this will probably be where the block is. Now we could probably have a key block there. I mean, this does look truly horrible. I do really like the idea of a space ship though, or space station. Trouble if you go down this route is where is it going to be? Because it would look horrible just being floated in space. Yeah, see, I don't want to take it away from what it's meant to be. It's meant to be a trapped slash contained style thing. But I can't imagine that having loads of these boxes coming off of one structure is going to look good in the world. You should support what's it called? Like the system that Modular Pipes was using, so you can basically build your own upgrades. So the way I do it in cloches is, yeah, see, that's what I want to do, have them in asteroids, but I don't know how that's going to look. Yeah, so the cloche mod uses recipe JSONs to do upgrades, which makes them mod pack friendly. The thing is, I don't think you can have the big enough asteroid to contain everything that you're going to want. Which is why I was then thinking of having a whole world made of asteroids. Like literally like a stone block, but asteroids. But then not being able to go outside seems a bit rubbish. I think the question is, do we want to stick with the space theme? The thing is, I don't know how that would tie in with everything else if it was a cloud. It can't really be space if it's a cloud. Unless you mean building it just underneath as a cloud, but I'm not sure if that fits. The thing is, we had a quest line already set up. But obviously all this would change, and I didn't really like it. I feel like already starting in a somewhat operational space station would be cool. But if then it's, then how is it going to look? The only other option would be to have a fully built space station, but then when you go inside you can't see it all until you unlock rooms, which might be an option. But then we're definitely going to need someone to build that. Yeah, as I said, it was in Techopolis 3, but it just felt a bit too early to use it. So we could have something like this. And then we could have asteroid pulverizing. That could be how it starts. Yeah, so what green is what? Not sure what the green is. If you can input from any side, it doesn't really need to have green there. Ah, okay, I get you, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. So I'm guessing you can input into the bottom as well then. Or just break it. Yeah, that makes sense. Are there different tiers of Adam? Probably makes it a bit simpler. What happened to this? Oh, it just closes up. Okay. That's really cool. So yeah, I wonder if we do start off with this then. If we start off with something like this. I see, I see. Yeah, this is it's got potential then to do something really cool. Morning, morning. So you can't upgrade the solar panel, which makes sense. Okay, yeah, so the cores are just general upgrades then, yeah? So we could do something like that. Then have this on an asteroid or something. Collect asteroids, crush them down. That gives you your first material. Yeah, it doesn't open. I thought red was output. What are we going to do with this? Welcome, Raiders. You've come at a very boring time. What are the energy cables called? Just these, I guess. Good old Pipex. Now we're just looking at mods. Pipes is weird. Like, because it worked. It did work there. It's working here, transmitting the power. But perhaps the energy storage outputs into a cable. And pipes doesn't have a internal storage for any of its stuff. We are always doing pack dev here. Yeah, so that would be why pipes doesn't work. There's a lot of stuff in this. Did you have a good stream? I lose patience every time I look at Greg Tech. You're not getting creative this one. I've said it so many times. You can't put crate in a mod pack. Not in the mod packs that I do. I'm pretty sure I could just go onto Curseful, download every single crate thing, throw it in a mod pack and put it up, and then that would work. But it just, it's not what my mod packs are. Yeah, it probably will. As I said, the crate is a really good mod, but it doesn't work for what I do, which is not Crate's fault. Like when we used it back in Skyopolis, whatever, it was not as fleshed out as what it is now. In Crate, it's simple. There's Cube.js add-ons for it. I say I've worked with Crate before. It's not a dislike of the mod or anything like that. Yeah, but that's the problem again. So you're saying there use a Crate add-on, but there's add-ons for everything. So why not just add it all into a pack? Sure, you can change like the inputs and stuff, but it's still the same. Yeah, as I say, there's ways to make stuff work, but it's just never. If I take something out of it, it will be where is it? Do you know what I mean? As I say, if we wanted a crate pack, Communityopolis and stuff like that is where it will go. Refined storage isn't out, is it? And I probably wouldn't use it anyway. The trouble is there is no other storage solution, really. Not anything that comes close to AE2. Yeah, I don't think it'll be refined storage, even if it was out. How do you frame these? The mechanism one is not very good. Yeah, I think it does have a auto crafting, but in the same turn, it's like the crate thing, I guess. But AE2 is just the best at it. I've not noticed any story aspect of it, to be honest. Does anyone know how to change the frame of this? I'm guessing that's what it's for. Ah, okay, yep. Oh no, wait, that didn't work. No. Yeah, it's not a bad story idea. Surprised there's ever been a mod that actually expanded on that then. We don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. Should we actually do some coding? This is going to get a bit confusing because there's still a lot of old stuff in there. Is there an add-on for Auritech and Cube.js? Oh my god, there's a Create Auritech add-on now as well. Doesn't look like there's a Cube.js Auritech though. Yeah, that, again, that's the problem with Create. So if I add just Create to a mod pack, I guarantee it, someone will say, but where is this? Or I need this Create add. It's a guarantee. Yeah, it doesn't look like they've got Cube.js support inside the mod either. So what are we looking at here? So it looks like you can add fluids. So you can produce fluids and require fluids in the pulverizer. That's quite cool. And then a simple results list and tag ingredient. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's what we'll do. So how does the results work? Because it's results with an S, so I can only presume that it's a list. Probably not compact machines though. I don't think it's needed. Oh yeah, you could do loads of stuff, but it's just easier to copy and paste it in. It depends. If I start using it a lot, then I'll probably do all that. I'm looking inside the mod jar. It doesn't look like it has chance based. Alright, no worries. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, it's kind of annoying that it isn't chance based actually. A chance based result list would be quite nice. The mod jar is the easiest way because you can actually view something that's currently in the game and working. So this here is this recipe, I think. Oh no, it's this recipe, this one. You could look at the source code on GitHub if they've got it. But as I say, the data side of it's all viewable inside the mod jar anyway. Yeah, it'd be better if this was a chance-based thing. Because they're already using lists, so they could quite easily, if they used the one from BBL Core. I don't think so. No, it's not. I think I said it last stream. The actual amount of mods that are getting updated is actually slowed down. Like I remember back when I first started, it was like every day there was about 30, 40, 50 mods getting updates. But only scrolling down a bit and I could already see in-world recipes. Which was like 36 hours ago. It does have its own stuff. But it doesn't show after. So maybe it does have its own built-in CubeJS support. I haven't got Action Editions installed. Yeah, it's in Techopolis Row. I don't think the wiki will show CubeJS though. I can't find that index. I don't usually work on. I usually work on the latest Minecraft version. And the simple answer to why is because I have dev mods on that version. So say I needed something, I could just make it. Whereas if I've got to try and remember how 1.12 or 1.16 or 1.19, whatever it is, does things in mods, it'd just be a pain. Plus, moving to the dependency of core would mean I have to update that as well. Nuclear Craft's a funny one. I liked it, but it's a bit complicated, isn't it? If I don't truly understand how it works, it's going to be hard to port it. There's certain mods that just take time though. Look at Tinkers. Tinkers takes ages to get updated. Yeah, that's the issue. I mean, we'll soon see. Like, when we look at updating my stuff for the future, core will probably take a bit of time, but it shouldn't be too bad. In-world recipes just depends on stuff in core now, so that should be quite quick. The cloth should be quite quick. Utilities is getting another overhaul, so I don't know what that's going to look like. Casting needs a complete rewrite to core. Strainers should be easy. And colours should be easy. But it all depends on how simple core is to update. Yes, I probably will keep working on casting. It depends. If, as I say, Tinkers doesn't really keep up with the latest version, and I'd really like to keep on the latest version. And the way I want to do casting in the future will bring it similar to Tinkers, like multi-block structures and stuff. But it depends. It really does depend. So we could make this biomass. Oh, okay, I'll add that as well then. Do we need to change asteroids to just break with your hand? I don't think you really can. Unless they have completely done it, then maybe you can, but chunk loading is a weird one. I guess it would just be if the text are part of a multi-block in a chunk and then it loads adjacent chunks at the same time. I'm guessing that would be the way they do it. The issue with multi-blocks across chunks is where, how the central block detects the multi-block. But if there's regular checks, it should be fine. Because there will always be a delay between something loading and something working. We could definitely do asteroid blocks to biomass. Yeah, I'm sure Mechanism probably has a way of doing it properly. We had it in miners for Techoptis 3. No, Techoptis 2. The structure would invalidate if not all chunks were loaded. And then when the controller loaded, it loaded adjacent chunks, I think. Something like that anyway. We are probably going to use this a lot, so it probably was worth making a function for it. There's a couple of reasons. First one was I didn't want to make another mod. And modular machinery provided everything and more to what I needed for Techoptis 3. The miners mod was really, really efficient for performance. It was really good. But then the miners themselves didn't do any recipe checks, which is quite a cheeky way of doing things. The recipes were really only for JEI, and I think the initial check checked for obviously the blocks, but then after that there was no additional checking unless a block was removed, and the recipe was never reread because it would only be reread if a block was changed. Yeah, it was a nice way of doing it. What do you mean multi-block hard-coded? Biomass. Yeah, replication as well. What did you mean by multi-block hard-coded? So the checking was it done by structures? I can't remember. Because so if you look at the way we're using modular machinery in TechOptis 3, we're using it for more than just the miners. We're using it for a lot of multi-blocks. The miners mod only built for miners, so it didn't have any of the customization. Plus, like the ability to have the outputs and inputs wherever you want is massive. I'd say it was really efficient, but that's because it was only doing a certain job. And miners was updated to 1.20, maybe 1.21, I can't remember. And it had multi-block crushers, smelters, miners, combiners. Had quite a lot actually, and it performed really well. And then the TechOptis one, TechOptis 3 got canned until now. Yeah, so again, in dev a couple of weeks ago, I changed all of the miners to custom machinery. But I didn't want to use custom machinery. The multi-block should have been based on that one mod. That's the way I looked at it. And as I say, I can't do anything about performance until I get an update. Replication will be used, but I don't know where yet. Yeah, there's swings and roundabouts in it. It's once it's fixed, it will be a lot better than what we could have ever made in house. It will be. It's just not ideal how long the updates take, but again, it's not something that we can control. It should be improved. Yeah, it doesn't let the quest open in it. Obviously not. This has got to be the worst thing I've ever made. It's a portable GUI, yeah. Just connects to a block in the world. Opolis utilities. If it worked on everything, it would be a lot better. But every mod seems to have their own way of opening a menu, even though there's a built-in method to do it. I don't know. Some mods work weird. Mechanism has hard-coded support, I think, actually. It depends what you're doing with it, I suppose. I guess the problem is with the open method, it has a validator. So if you're not within range, you have to override that, which is what the GUI does. Yeah, the screen's different, but it still opens the same way, and it still uses the valid method, which is really strange. But yeah, when you open a inventory, it passes the block position that you've interacted with, and if you're not within a range of it, it doesn't let you open that screen. Yeah, it is a strange one. But then you do stuff that works for your mod, don't you? So you can't really criticize people that don't use the default way. If you call the same method, then it will work. If you don't, it won't. It's because there's one method that passes block data and one that doesn't. And I think I support both of them. But there is other mods that use their own way of opening GUIs. Hence the reason it's still in beta and will probably be removed. There's a few fixes in that, yeah. You should have all the same recipes now. So the public one had the updated textures, the chemical input fix, the Radaway machine, which I don't think was in there before, Bibliocraft bridging, the additional deep slate recipes, the speed up of resources to Skyblock and Flat, the fix to the Rumopolis Shrine, and the Technium one, and XNet. That was all the stuff that was added between public and testing 6.0. Because it uses in-world recipes to create the eroding and purifying water. It doesn't in Techopolis 3, but the default mod does. Yeah, test server's done. It just so Strainers do right click on block, make water. It was just their use on method, but it made sense just to convert it to in-world recipes, and then you can remove it if you need to. I do think that's going to be it though for today. At least we've got some idea of what we're doing. Any suggestions on who to raid? Who are we going to raid? Okay, so we'll raid them. Send a message, something like, "Have you played Techopolis 3?" I don't know, something like that. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching again. Good stream today. We'll be back tomorrow, but it probably won't be a speaking one.